And we're back. Happy Saturday. This is Chris Spiker with Antelope Valley Florist. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce on News Talk 1380, the Antelope Valley and North LA County source for your news now. Engineer Kenneth Guzman, thank you, Kenny.
You're welcome.
And the music is by a group out of Bakersfield, Lions named Leo. T. Stevens, thank you very much for the lend of that beautiful bumper music. Makes this show sound better, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Aaron Goldstein, Goldstein Digital, co-host. How you doing?
We're doing good.
Hey, did you get a haircut this week?
I did get a haircut, and it needs to be shorter, so
Really?
I'll probably be getting another.
Looks
Boy,
nice.
I sure wish you were on camera. It would just be great, wouldn't it? Who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Donna Giddens from the Antelope Valley Press.
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
So what do you do over at the Antelope Valley Press?
I do all the dining and entertainment advertising for the newspaper and lifestyle magazine.
And advertising, so you're not the editor.
I'm not the editor, however,
Yeah.
I have my own column. It's called Donna's Hotspot of the Week, and I choose and review a restaurant every week.
Well, what a nice job.
Yes, and I get paid for it.
Okay, how many restaurants are in the greater Antelope Valley area? How many places could you sit down or drive through and have a cup of coffee, or got a rough idea?
About, I would say 300,
Only 300.
maybe more, but I'd say about 300.
There's a lot of them.
A lot of good ones.
So what's your favorite? Do you have what was I going to ask you? Favorite restaurant or favorite thing to eat?
You can ask me both. My
Both.
favorite restaurant is any restaurant that has delicious food. Ba-dum-boom. My favorite food is sushi,
I see.
and there's one on every corner almost right now.
And you know, when I talk to people, they like all of them. They're referring this one or that one or this one, or have you tried that one?
It depends on what you're looking for. Everybody has a specific item that they like. I go to different restaurants for a specific entree or a specific item. And if it's sushi, I might go to 3 of them for completely different reasons.
So can a restaurant survive without marketing?
I don't think so. They have to do something. Years ago, you could just open up your doors and people would come in. Now we have too much competition. So it's not always, in this case, location, because you could have a great location, but if people don't know you're there, you know.
People don't know you're there. So if they don't drive down Avenue J, they're never going to see you.
Well, even if they drive down Avenue J, if they don't turn their head right and left as they're going, 50 miles an hour, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I've noticed in the Valley Press, there are some coupons. There's 2 for 1, and there's early bird specials. And what other sorts of coupons?
We have we do $5 off purchase of 25, free appetizer, sometimes a price point. Maybe they have a daily special. They'll offer it maybe 75 cents less or $1.29 less or whatever it is that they want to.
People buy the Valley Press specifically, I'm guessing, to see what the deals are, what the coupons are, and the offers that the restaurants have.
Well, they buy the paper to read it, for one thing.
Huh.
It is your only local source of news. I mean,
There's the obituaries.
true. But where else are you going to find where little Johnny Joe played in soccer?
Yeah, and his picture's in there. That's pretty cool.
So they do definitely want to read. And as they're reading, we have Showcase, and Showcase is where it comes out on Fridays, and that's where all the restaurants usually run. They run other places as well, but definitely Friday, because the movies are in there, anything you want to do for the weekend is in there, and my column is in there.
Tell me about your column. What do you talk about?
I talk about the wonderful food, fabulous service, the ambiance, and then I also, a little bit about their menu. I can only eat so many things, so I might make sure I have everything on the menu that they have. And
So when you go in, you tell them who you are and they comp you?
oh no, I have to pay, just like everybody else. If they comped, it wouldn't be right. That'd be buying me. So I go in, and usually I bring a friend, because obviously I'm going to order. I usually have 5 pictures, so I'm going to order 5 things, and I'm going to have an appetizer and a salad and an entree and dessert. So I always bring somebody with me, and then I pay and I write. But I don't usually tell them ahead of time. Occasionally I will. Maybe there's a particular item that they really want people to know about, so I'll maybe order that particular item. Other than that, I just go and eat and have a good time and then write about it.
I took Bill Warford out to lunch one time at a place that was new, and I felt, gee, I'm going to introduce Bill Warford. He says, don't tell anybody who I am. I just want to have a nice meal, and I'll judge it that way.
Yes, because they want him to write about it. That was the big thing. Can Warford come out and write about us? Mm-hmm.
So were you an advertiser first or a writer first? Because now you're doing both.
No, I've been doing advertising since 1988, always dining and entertainment. However, I always wanted to do this, but I just didn't think I was much of a writer. They decided to do this about 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, and asked if I wanted to do it. So it's now part of my job.
I think that's, who came up with the idea to give Donna a little rope?
I don't know, but I sure like it.
Yeah. off leash, just
Yes.
having some personality. You're okay with that?
I'm okay with it.
Being a food rock star?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's nice knowing the newest restaurants that open. It's nice to being the first one to taste their food. It's nice to be able to help bring them business, keep them afloat.
Do they ever ask about the Chamber of Commerce?
That's something I suggest right away.
Cool.
I always say you want to join the chambers, you want to do ribbon cuttings, you want to do mixers, because those people are going to push your business. We do a chamber page in the newspaper for
Right.
both Palmdale, Lancaster, and the Hispanic, and that is really helpful, and they can advertise in that, and they get a story, so it's very helpful.
When they're a new member of the chamber, they're also listed on that page.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Correct.
that's-
New members, and I think when they renew as well. And ribbon cuttings, if there's a ribbon cutting, and they usually show the picture of what
color
happened.
picture.
Mhm.
That's a pretty nice deal.
Yeah.
That's paid advertising, but I think that's very clever of the paper to have that section, and great that the chambers are involved in it.
Yes, it works really well for most customers, and they get a full color ad. It's very inexpensive. It's $60 each time they run. So I think the Lancaster Chamber page runs twice a month, the Palmdale twice a month, and the Hispanic once.
Probably the Antelope Valley Press has been a member of the Lancaster Chamber for,
Oh my goodness.
the chamber's almost as old as the paper.
Paper's 100 years, 101 actually.
A long time, probably all those years, and they've
Mhm.
helped make the community an amazing place.
Thank you, yes.
What's your, well, you said any kind of food, but drive-through, how do people drive through and have dinner? What are the sorts of places that work for a drive-through sort of dinner?
Well, actually, it's usually Asian and sandwich, pizza, and then obviously fast food. Though we have a few that offer paninis and salads and.
Yeah, which is trying to be healthy,
Mm-hmm.
the lighter fare,
Yes, and you don't have to walk.
so you don't have to walk. Yeah.
You
Oh,
eat
yeah. So you eat healthy, so you don't have to walk. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So are you the only one selling advertising over there at the paper?
Oh no,
You've got a crew.
We have 8 salespeople for retail, and I think 4 or 5 for classified. They sell by territory. I don't have a territory. I do dining and entertainment from Tehachapi to as far as Acton, Agua Dulce.
So what are like the 3 things that a restaurant needs to know, the 3 things they need to do, they just need to do?
Number 1, be there all the time. You can't open up a restaurant and leave it to somebody else to take care of it. You got to watch your money, you got to watch your hours, and you're the only one who cares to make it a success. Your workers, they want the job, however, they don't care for it like you do, so you must be there. People come in and want to speak to the owner, or they want to be greeted, so I think being there is probably number 1. Number 2 is allowing a budget, whatever it's going to be, so that you can market yourself in all forms of marketing. Obviously, I'm going to say the newspaper, but there's lots of things out there. But it's definitely important to get your name out there. And I'd say consistency would be number 3.
Consistency of
Of
everything.
food, of everything. If you go, when you go to some of these chains, you know what your food's going to be like. It's the same all the time. It's the portion control is the same. In a restaurant that's mom and pop, sometimes the portions are different sizes. Sometimes maybe another cook is putting something different. You've got to be consistent.
Yeah, I've been out there at the table and I'm going, boy, somebody loves cilantro back there. It's like they're cooking with cilantro.
And their service too, because customer service is just key. It's so important to make sure that everybody's happy and everybody's enjoying themselves and there isn't any problems.
Did you ever work in a restaurant?
Oh, yes.
We'll see. I think that should be a law. You should work in a restaurant for at least a year to have some appreciation of what the folks on the other side of the counter go through.
Exactly. I've been a waitress, I've been a manager, and I think all of that experience really helped me in my job now.
Yeah, and it helps you with your expectations
Mhm.
of, yes, it's been 15 seconds since somebody said hello to me. However, I can see they're swamped. Favorite part of the job?
Oh, wow. Favorite part? I'd say just getting out there, meeting new people, trying new foods, bringing, the most exciting thing is to bring those advertisers business.
Yeah, you walk in and they say, thank you.
Yes.
Let me tell you a story about how busy we were on Wednesday night. Antelope Valley Press, proud Lancaster Chamber member, Donna Giddens, food guru. And we love love all your work. We love your smiling face there in the Valley Press.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.